Or do you want me?
There. Now. Hello, everyone. It's me, Lindsay Banks, and I'm here with Craig. We are in Dallas, Texas, and I'm super excited to get to know more about Motorbunny and Craig, of course, and for y'all to listen in on what the fuck is happening. Okay, so let's get into it. Tell us a little bit more about you, what you do, your title, and tell us a little about Motorbunny.
Okay, my name's Craig. I'm the CMO of Motorbunny. Have been for about 5 years, and what I do is Photoshop sombreros onto dildos and come up with headlines for emails like Cinco de Mayo. You know,
oh my gosh!
we have a lot of fun with the brand. When we first started about 6 years ago, we were entering into a space in the industry that took itself very seriously. The chief competitor had been around for 30 years. They were very proud of the product and the fact that it hadn't changed in decades. There was very little innovation. It was stagnant. It was a luxury that was priced so that not everybody could afford, to experience this type of product. Which is,
and it's like, whenever you say type of product, you mean like the actual equipment or the different types?
The right on top saddle style vibrator that it vibrates, it rotates, it gives you clitoral and G-spot stimulation at the same time.
If y'all turn around, if you're watching in VR or in standard 2D, just swipe around or turn your head around and you can see right in front of you the Motorbunny saddle that Craig is talking about. I actually have personal experience with that, and y'all can go check that out somewhere else. And it was actually really such a good experience with you when we were out in Austin doing that.
Yeah, we had a shoot recently for our new.
Tell us about it. Tell us about it. About what the shoot was even for.
The Dungeon Master Forced Orgasm Belt.
Our cyber boo, we need to know more about this. So tell us, and I know you want some more attention, but tell us more about that and we'll move on to the next topic.
Well, Motorbunny's constantly innovating. Our mission is to make the most creative sexual experiences possible. And that means we're building out our ecosystem of attachments and accessories. One thing we've heard from our customers is that they want to make better use of the eyelets that are built into the side.
What is that? The outlet?
The eyelets. They're stainless steel eyelets.
Oh, those.
Which allow you to clip on equipment like wrist and ankle restraints, nipple clamps.
Like the quality.
Yeah, some of the kinkier stuff. So we worked with a company called Red Room Accessories to design a custom belt that clips onto the Motorbunny and holds the rider down.
And it's called the saddle, right?
It's called the Dungeon Master Forced Orgasm belt.
Oh,
Forced orgasm is a whole kink that involves the consensual multiple orgasms, as many as possible. So you've got your master, you've got your submission, and
I know.
Yeah, and
I believe it.
This particular piece of equipment is designed custom for the Motorbunny.
Wow. So that's really an original. It's an original design.
Yes.
And collaboration as well, right?
Yes, it is.
With Red Room.
Yeah, that's another thing that sets Motorbunny apart is our willingness to collaborate with other brands and with other manufacturers. We know that the more that we can play in the sandbox together, the bigger the pie will get. So we're not very territorial. We want to explore and create relationships with other people to make things better for our customers.
I actually have a question about, on that topic sort of. So when it comes to performers being involved with that, whenever, let's say, you're considering like doing a collaboration, doing a sponsorship, doing things with other brands, other companies, does it matter to Motorbunny? Do y'all take serious inquiries or serious feedback on what they tell you about other companies and even other industry peers?
We take all of our customer feedback very seriously, and that's essentially our only job is to give customers what they want. So we listen and we say, okay, we'll go make that, and we bring it up and everyone goes, yay, this is great. And we say, well, it was your idea.
So
thanks for that.
Yeah, thank you. So I think that it's super cool that y'all get to really be involved and you want to be involved.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's a really big part of what makes and sets aside really good companies that care versus like companies that don't, right? So actually, I have my little list of topics. Yes, thanks Cyberboo. Y'all will get to know who's behind the scenes, causing a ruckus in there. We'll get them out of there somehow. Don't worry. I want to know about you and different passions maybe that you have and kind of hobbies or things that I don't know you care about. Tell us a little bit more about you and what how can I say? I don't want to say activities, but like, the kind of things that make you you.
I read a lot. I like to write.
What kind of stuff do you like reading?
Fiction for the most part.
Okay,
but
nice.
Anything really.
And what else did you say? The write?
I write.
Do you write scripts and stuff?
I have before.
Wow. Because you've been in the industry for 5 years, you said.
Yes.
That is a long time. Or at least with Motorbunny.
It's half a decade.
Wait, okay. Wait, so did you start with Motorbunny?
No. I grew up in ad agencies. So I'm a copywriter by trade.
Okay.
But I started my own consultancy and Motorbunny was one of my first clients. And we really enjoyed working together so much that I just came on full time.
Look at you here. Wow. I'm like, cheers to that.
Yeah,
because that's great.
It's been 5 terrific years. We've all learned a lot. We've all grown a lot.
Yes,
and
as you
continue to grow.
Mm-hmm. As you do when you work with companies, especially for long periods of time, right?
Mm-hmm.
You learn a fucking lot. Is there anything in particular for you that you like to bring awareness about, whether it's within your personal life or within the community, etc.?
Boy, I didn't bring a cause to the table today. I think
it could be your own cause.
Everyone should probably respect our environment a little bit more.
Climate change is real.
Climate change is certainly very real. I'm sitting here sweating,
And the AC's on too!
It's October and it's incredibly hot.
Yo, yes, it is so crazy.
Yeah. I also think, even things like climate change can be so politicized. Mm-hmm. I think we should all be a little bit kinder to each other when we're talking about these conversations as well. Everybody just gets so heated.
It's hard to have the conversation, even uncomfortable at times for some people when they can't communicate in a way where it's like having a conversation. And you can have different views, right? But it does get heated. You're right. But there are topics that do need to, I guess, especially something that affects literally everybody in the world. So it's not just our industry, right?
Certainly. I mean, sex work has been polarized and politicized for a long time. It seems like everything is now. And
I feel like everybody wants to say everything is so political because like they don't want to, they're like, especially like sometimes even businesses, they're like, oh, that's too political because they don't want to get involved in whatever. But and now I'm thinking like, you're saying all that, I'm like, is everything going to be political so you don't have to spend on things like the profit matters so much to them that they overlook and even make excuses for what is political to them in my experiences.
Right, or maybe they just don't have the conversation at all, so they call it political and run away.
Yes, yeah, and it's good to have a conversation, and like you said, hard, but you're so right. You hit the nail on that.
It's possible to hold 2 conflicting thoughts in your head at once. You should all practice it maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, I actually was talking to myself, I suppose, in my head.
Crazy.
And I'm like, okay, because being from Texas, we're very conservative. We even went through an experience ourselves, like where we were stigmatized in a way, right? Yeah. I don't know what the exact definition would be for, the kind of work that we do. And being in Texas, I see a lot more of that. Like, it's different in California. I feel like the vibe is different. We're very Republican. hopefully in that purple area, swinging. I don't know, we'll see. But everybody's thoughts and concerns are valid because everybody's come from a different side of life and had different experiences growing up. And people don't know certain things unless they personally go through them, I think. I feel like am I doing a therapy session with you? I'm sorry. God,
I feel therapized. It's good. Yeah.
But
and some people are just repressed and have sticks in their ass, and they're never going to change.
Yeah. You like that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so, I know why you got excited, because this is your favorite topic to our cyberboo.
Who's a cyberboo?
We're trying to get them out. They must be stuck in there inside the internet somewhere. But we hear them, and I think they bring some things to the other side of the screen here and then. So I don't know. They've been helping us out. So we'll get you. We'll find you.
Okay.
You'll find out later. Or later. Or yeah. Anyway. So technology, yes. So on the topic of technology, you're in the sex tech field.
That's right.
You are in the sex tech field with what you're doing. But for you personally in your career, for you, what is your most favorite or your most important piece of technology or, let's say, advancement in tech that is your favorite, that you like?
Probably the coffee maker. You know, I can't do anything without that.
What kind of coffee maker?
Oh, whatever we get at Target. You know, I'm not
You're not picky?
I'm a drip, coffee. Mr.
I'm not a coffee
whatever.
person, so I really don't want a foamer thing.
Yeah. I don't get fancy.
No.
Just drip coffee. But to answer your question seriously, there's been so many improvements in AI technology.
Security is a really big
Security
thing.
is a big factor there, and I don't know that we're ever going to produce something that's truly intelligent, but every day we're making our lives easier through the use of machine learning and AI, and I'm fascinated by where that's going and where that might be in the future of the sex worker industry.
It's already in our present. I know that, I read a couple of articles where, I don't know how that fly got in. I'm like, what the heck? But, like I was saying, there were some articles that I was reading where there's, I guess, facts that sex workers are a prime target for the use of, like, how people learn the technology, right? I'm terrible at explaining, but how people learn the technology is, you have to start somewhere, and they go to sex workers and their images and their videos and use them for AI, facial recognition type technologies without consent.
Right.
Which, there's a lot of regulation that needs to be done, in my opinion, but you're right, like that's big. That's one part of the whole spectrum.
Right. While deepfakes are a threat to personal assets and whatnot, it could end up starting a world war one day. People believe any old clip they see on Facebook, and some deepfaked politician says the wrong political thing about Chick-fil-A. I don't know, and things go haywire.
Yeah.
Technology is amazing and frightening.
It really is when you get deep into it. And I've heard stories about like the dark web shit. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm like, and I understand some people's concerns, I suppose, but it's pretty cool as far as being involved and learning.
Oh yeah.
If
you can separate yourself, it's fascinating to just watch.
Yeah. Are you separated? Do you think you're separated? Do you try to separate yourself?
I don't know. We're, like you said, we're a technology company at heart, and we have to stay
at least aware and knowledgeable.
At least knowledgeable about what's coming up and about what we're developing. So I'm not a Mennonite. I can't stick my head in the sand.
And Emu? Is that the ostrich or Emu? Yeah.
I don't know what kind of bird.
But that's what smart people do, though. Like, you know, they stay aware. They. All right. Thanks for that, my boo. I want to now let everybody watching, all of the viewers know, where can we find you? Where can we find Motorbunny at?
Motorbunny.com. A lot of people just Google us, or you can just type it in directly. And
I'm on the front page right now, actually.
That's right. She's showcasing our newest product. Go check her out.
Come check this product. Come here. Turn around. Check it out. Wow. This. Oh! Ah! See? Look at that! Oh! I'm like, is this going to do the workout to my arms now? Am I not going to feel them for the next week again?
It's not their arms.
And this is the. You got your. Oh, and he's mobile over there, yo. I'm not touching anything. Wow. Ah! Oh my motor bunny. Wow. Do y'all hear the intensity of that? If it was, I guess it's a good thing it's not on the table because y'all they would be shaking the fuck up.
Rattle the glasses off.
And this is the detail that he was talking about earlier, right?
Yeah, the stainless steel eyelets for tie downs. This
is quality, and you know, everybody knows that quality products are so important to me. I love quality. Beautiful. And I love that it's also pink. It's two of my favorite colors, the white and, the white back, but it has black and pink. My favorite. Okay. Let me take a sip.
Yeah. It's the world's most versatile vibrator.
Admiring that Motorbunny. So are your girls do y'all have a name for girls that I guess do work with you? Or are they your bunnies?
We call them friends of the brand, internally. We'd probably call it the Motorbunny Club if it was, a real thing. But we work with a lot of performers.
I've seen, yeah.
This is a powerful tool for pleasure, but it's also a powerful tool for making money and having compelling performances and more interactive shows. The performers who've used it have responded very positively. Their audience has responded very positively. And actually, we haven't.
Who are some of the people that y'all have worked with? And then the announcement.
Sarah Arabic. There's a number. Pre-announcement.
An exclusive! Yay! We got an exclusive announcement. Awesome. BanksieTV and Motorbunny. That sounds good. I like it.
We think it's going to be successful.
I love it.
Who doesn't like free stuff?
Yeah. Oh, so actually, I think it's time to you already know, because technology is such a big part of this. That was literally not just sex tech, sex community, love it. We want to show you something that,
Okay.
Let's see. Let me bring out this little baby because, as you kind of know, I'm a DJ you right now. I'm a DJ head. So, let's go ahead and take this in. We, gathered a couple images from you. And we kind of came up with something and want to know what your feelings are and give us your thoughts and what you think about this kind of sex tech right here.
Spitting image right there.
Yep, going crazy over there.
Oh.
And how realistic we tried to turn you into. How do you feel about your
I'd make out with that. It's looking a little downsy.
How's the head?
It's good. It's a good head.
Yeah? I like it. I actually think it looks really good, and
there's a lot of care taken.
Yeah. Do you like it? Yes or no?
I do like it.
Yeah? Well, would you accept a gift from us, which is a 3D CAD file, so you can be able to print it with a 3D printer, and also a file so that you can upload it into the metaverse and be able to use it out there if you would like as your own personal head.
Sure, I would love that. How generous of you.
And you know, we are going to perfect it. We're going to take some photos of you to make it, you know, a lot more.
I mean, I can't change what I look like. That's pretty much it.
I think that looks pretty good, though. I was like, that looks good.
The head has better skin than I do.
We are going to move on to more tech.
Okay.
Yes, your favorite.
And is that just watch tennis up there all day? So creepy.
Here you go, wait. I don't remember which one it is. There you go. You can turn around, see it keep rotating.
I think it's the not blinking that's getting me.
I want to know, here, he'll look right at you. So I wanted to know a little bit more about your VR experience, and if you've had any, and if you have, what has it been? I'll drink to that. Let's stay hydrated.
There was a recent experience I had at Exotica in Chicago. I think there was a male masturbator sleeve, a motorized product went up and down, and they had a VR demo in which you put on the headset, and there was a constructed room, you know, in which a woman comes in and she says, "Hi, you know, I want to show you this thing that I bought," because they can't get too nasty on the floor, I guess, right?
Yeah,
too much.
Until you put your headset on, I guess.
They've got a machine there that does it kind of like rubs your knee a little bit as she's doing it, and they're doing that to demonstrate how they can sync with content. So, you know, your favorite adult-oriented material you put on, and this product will sync with it. We've talked about collaborating with them on similar items.
Wow.
We'll see where that goes. And we've also talked about building our own environments for riding on a Motorbunny. You know, if you want to be in a dragon's den or you know, a dungeon or something like that. So we've toyed with the idea of generating some of it. It's been on the back burner, but whenever Brooks gets motivated,
Colin Brooks, come in.
That project will come up eventually.
Yeah. That's like really cool. See, this is so techie right now. I'm like, ooh, learning a lot too. So that's really fucking cool. The experience was at an expo, because I feel like, even I guess being in the industry, we have opportunities like that a lot of people don't get to experience. There's a lot of people that have never even had any kind of headset on.
Right.
Any kind of headset on, and like to be able to, I guess, you know, go to the booth and like they give you one for free even. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can take several home with you. It's super cool to me that like we kind of have a little bit of a jump start to the technology.
Well, they've always said, you know, the porn industry, the adult industry, you know, since the early days of the internet, is the first to adopt new technology, because they're kind of rare rabbit. They have to keep one step ahead of whatever regulatory body is out there, and you know, whatever public sentiment
that's
is.
So crazy too, because I'm like, it's a saying, you know, and the longer that I've been in the industry, I'm like, you know, I kind of think so, but
I think it's slowed down, you know, in the last decade.
See, I want to see more leaders in different areas. Which is why I want to do things with more sex tech, because we need more leaders in sex worker leaders, especially, and peers within our industry.
I think the industry as a whole got very comfortable with itself and where it was.
For a long time.
Right, the transition from DVDs to tube, you know, just brought in a whole bunch of new tech leaders, and they just kind of sat around on it, which is why we're excited to collaborate with different brands and make, you know, new types of experiences.
Yes. I think it's hard for to break out of what just their business model is. And they don't want to change, and sometimes that can be detrimental.
I guess there's a fear of change in every industry, but we're here to try to change it.
It's the technological revolution.
Right.
What is the label for that during this time period in history?
It's the wireless vibrating dildo revolution.
By Motorbunny.
Brought to you by Motorbunny.
And BanksieTV. Well, at least in the sense that we've been able to kind of do some cool stuff together. And we are actually seeing each other again pretty soon. I've heard you've been putting my outfit together, and I'm like, what am I wearing to dinner? And I'm like, okay, I need to look. Okay.
Weeks away.
Yeah, I know. I should have been doing this a long time ago. So, the future of Motorbunny. What do you think about the future of Motorbunny?
I think the future of Motorbunny is bright. Our user base is growing every day. The people who are adopting the technology and using it and enjoying it and feedbacking on it is growing. As a matter of fact, one of our next steps is that we're revamping entirely the Control app. It's going to have the usual, slider controls, the pre-programmed routines, the music syncing, the one-click share of consent and control. All that's going to be baked into it, but it's also going to include our interactive games. The games like Fappy Bunny I showed you a few weeks ago, where the action on the screen corresponds to action on the machine. So you sit on it and you play the game and the machine responds accordingly. A lot of people may be intimidated by the idea of hopping on the most powerful vibrator in the world, but you put a game like Fappy Bunny.
I said, well, nobody warned me.
Nope. You were going to find out.
I did.
You put a game like that in their hands, it becomes a much more
And it was fun.
experience.
Yeah, it was fun.
It
was like a game. It really was like a game. It was so fun.
This new iteration is also going to include one-to-one chat functions. So we're turning it into more of a communication tool where you may be able to stream or share content with individuals or groups. And so it's going to be more of a complete experience app.
And you know what? I know that companies are interested in Motorbunny. I've had companies be asking me about Motorbunny since they saw our interactions and stuff, and I'm like,
Was it Elon Musk?
Oh my gosh, little do you know about the pre-lawn little error that I had. But anyway, that's a clubhouse thing. But anyway, it's just so interesting because, it just shows how much success Motorbunny has had in the industry already, like the impact that I guess you're a part of right now.
Sure. We were the new kids on the block for quite a while. Well, not that popular, but we were the new people in town, and we were met with
you're popular now.
a certain amount of wariness. People didn't know to trust that we would be sticking around, that we would be iterating completely, and that we would
be growing. You're another startup.
Right. Who are these jokers?
Yeah.
But
since
we've collaborated with Doc Johnson, with Red Room, we've got something coming up with Bad Dragon, but don't tell anybody about that because it's still a secret. Since we've been collaborating, we've had a good track history. I think people know we're going to stick around, and they're more apt to take our calls.
Yeah, wow. That is fucking awesome. That's a lot of different companies.
Yeah.
And that's because the ones that I'm thinking are a different
sector of the opportunities.
Yes, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But anyway, wow. I'm so excited about that. Actually, I'm just going to throw this question out there for you. Last question. Well, kind of. So, was there
Very thoughtful question.
Well, I don't know, because I'm like, you're a guy, and then you're not necessarily a performer. So I'm like, I wonder if there's anybody or anything that inspired you to either keep doing what you're doing or, I guess, start doing what you did, or, especially, I guess, when it came to becoming more involved in the sex industry.
I guess we're all performers in some way.
Tell me.
This may sound like a cop-out.
Tell me.
It's a rare opportunity, and I'm grateful for the fact to be inspired continually by the people that I work with. The founders of Motorbunny essentially quit their jobs and mortgaged their homes to start the company. And they've gotten it to where it is today, and they're never going to be happy with it. They're restlessly curious, and they're constantly innovating. And
they're those guys that are like, we need to fix it to make it work, and like they're not going to stop until it's working the way they want it to.
How can we make it better?
Yeah.
Okay, we fixed that. What else? What next? What's the next game? What's the next attachment? What's the next experience that we can offer our customers?
And that's the longevity.
Yeah, and it truly is inspiring. I get to constantly be around this creative energy, and this almost OCD, ADD kind of atmosphere of growth and of innovation and of furthering the industry itself through one niche product or two niche products. I'm inspired by that, and
I'm like, a cop out? What?
That's not just ass kissing.
That's not a cop out.
Yeah, and
I'm like, that's awesome.
I'm thrilled and grateful to have the opportunity to Photoshop sombreros onto dicks. Who gets to do that?
And it's Hispanic Heritage Month, so
I can't work on airplanes, but what are you gonna do? I'll read a book.
What was it called? The Kinko.
Kinko de Mayo?
Kinko.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get more information on that.
It'll be something different next year.
But what you're saying is totally true.
How lucky we are.
Yeah, I believe that.
That's what I was saying about these companies taking themselves so seriously, when we first came onto the scene.
Yeah.
Dude, we're all slinging dildos, but if you can't have fun doing that, you need to do something else.
Yeah. Do something that you like. I think that's the way, that's a big reason how I think people do get successful, when they work on things that they like or enjoy doing and are having a good time. And sometimes it's not even planned.
Yeah,
and these things just happen, and it's like, what? How does that even work out? Like, but okay, cool.
I didn't go to school to usher a sex toy brand into the world, but I luckily stumbled onto it, and here we are.
I know. On BTV in 360 virtual
and
reality.
Handsome, creepy thing.
He's still staring at you.
It's just like, it's got kind of an eye twitch.
Should we do a comparison? Do you want to go stand by it?
Let's see.
All right. Come on, let's go see. Let's see. What do y'all think, everybody? Yeah? Okay. Yep, dead on.
Serial killer, 1,000 yard stare. You can trust me.
And the Motorbunny. Turn around, y'all can see the Motorbunny, y'all. Oh my gosh. I actually think that it's gonna look really great. I'm like, selfie. But yeah. So I also want everybody right now to listen up, because this is what y'all are gonna do. You know what? Before that, actually, do you have any thoughts on the metaverse, on 3D avatar type stuff, 3D modeling, printing? Do you know anything about that?
I think Zuckerberg is making a bigger bet than he should that it's going to be adopted as widely as
it's because
he wants.
Thinks he'd be cooler there.
Oh, zing. Ouch. And we're facilitating, virtual connections as well. We want that to be available for people. Not everybody's lucky enough to share a bed every night with the person they want to be intimate with.
That's true, yeah.
But nothing's ever going to match up to one-on-one human connection.
But you know what? At the same time, you saying that makes me think about, like, for example, members that not only mine, but from experience I've heard from other people. Like, a lot of customers and members that go onto live campsites, which is what I do, they have never even been with a woman. They've never had a relationship. And I think they have a little bit more of an extreme relationship whenever they do dive into VR, because it does provide a more closeness, like a more closer, I don't know, approach
I can
to,
see that.
and especially in a sexual manner, like it's very intense, I guess, or it could be very intense. It doesn't have to be. There's times it's not at all in a sexual manner. I mean, I really don't know. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. It's both ways. Like, everybody's experience is so different with it, and their thoughts on it. I know people that are like, "Nope, I'm off the grid. Take me out of there." Like, to each their own.
It fulfills a portion of the human experience, where it makes,
in a sense, where it's like,
it makes connection a little more convenient in some situations, and that's what our brand is all about: human, connectivity and intimacy, and shared experiences. And I think everybody can connect in the ways that they're most comfortable in, and if that's one more avenue, then that's great. Then it'll grow and flourish.
Yeah.
And I hope it does, and I hope to get some goggles one day so I can watch.
But you want that Oculus, don't you?
Oh yeah, I'm holding out for the big guy.
You didn't take the free one from the expo?
I didn't see one. Were they giving them away?
No.
I was working.
Don't worry.
I was in the Motorbunny booth, so.
Oh, you were working.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve one.
I deserve it all.
So back to Motorbunny. Where can everybody find Motorbunny on social media? And give us your website again.
Basically, just searching it. I think most of our handles are Motorbunny official.
Yeah. Go to Google, search Motorbunny.
Yeah, or just better yet, go to motorbunny.com, and it won't eat up my Google AdWords budget.
Is that what happens? Oh, don't tell me they raise the price because you get more people looking at that because you're at the top.
No, it's just
because you're at the top. I Googled
every click is there's a cost.
Go to motorbunny.com right now and take a look at all of the products. Not just because I'm on the front page, but because it's an amazing quality product. I guess is this the right way to say testimony, right? That it's a great product. And thank you again for joining us and taking the time.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
I know, likewise. And everybody watching, be sure to go follow. And this was Banksie with BanksieTV. Go follow me on YouTube and Instagram right now and go to BanksieTV.com. We're live in Dallas, Texas with BTV. We will see you later. It's Banksie here, and I'm super happy to announce the official partnership between Motorbunny and our SexTech interview series, Like a Virgin. Thank you, Motorbunny.